Hi everybody, Tina here with Loving Life's Little Blessings, and I'm going to do a really quick card for you guys today. And I'm starting with a Midnight Muse cardstock. This is at 8.5 by 11. And what I'm going to do is cut it at 4 1/4. And then I'm going to cut it at 8.5. And this is going to give me a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so card. I have my card. And what I'm going to be using today is some paper. It is our story book paper. And it has all these great school time designs. And I just think it's really, really fun to use, and so I've just pulled some coordinating colors. I'm going to use these. I'm going to use the lines. I'm going to cut that up and use it. I've just started with this light blue piece that I'm going to put down. But what I want to do first is grab my Midnight Muse ink pad. And I'm going to grab a sponge dauber, and I'm going to sponge the edges. So I just want to get this down, adhere this down. This blue mat is just, I always just take a 1/4 inch off when I'm layering. So my card is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, so my next mat is going to be 4 by 4. Now I've just taken this sheet of cardstock and I've just trimmed 2 of these strips down, and then I've cut them at 3 1/2. So they're exactly 1 line width, and then they're 3 1/2. And then I've just taken my scissors and I've just snipped off the very end. And I have 4 of these, and I'm gonna layer them just like this. They're not perfect, but they're, you know, pretty straight. So then I just have a piece of this cardstock, and it has all the numbers on it, and I've just trimmed down 3 of the squares. So I didn't really measure it. I just wanted 3 squares this way and then 5 squares this way, and just I wanted it to fit about like that. And so that's how I came up with that measurement. So I'm just going to put this down on the card. I'm leaving a little bit of the blue mat right here, and then a little bit of the white showing right there. So the next thing is I have a bunch of these cut out. I'm going to go ahead and flip my grid paper over because it's easier for me to line it up with my grid paper. But I was trying not to, my grid paper is kind of messy because I've been crafting all night. And so I was trying not to use the other side of it. But I think it's going to be easier for me. Okay, so I have a bunch of these that I've just cut out. This was one whole sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock, and it just had all the letters and stuff, and I've just cut them out and corner rounded them previously so I could use them. And so I have this little boy and this little girl, and they're blowing bubbles. And I'm going to put this right here, but I want to go ahead and take my sponge dauber and sponge around this first. So I have this, And I'm just going to adhere that down. Just like that. And then you can see there's no real sentiment on the front of it. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to use this stamp set, this stamp. It says Friends, and it is from Sweet Essentials, and it just says Friends. And so what I thought I would do is I thought I would open up my card, and because this is a darker cardstock, I thought that I would just go ahead and stamp this in white. Just like that. And then with using the white ink pad that is pigment ink, you're going to want to just let it dry a little bit before you close that because it will smear. So I'm just going to take my white gel pen and add a little bit of character inside. Alright, so there's the inside of my card. Here's the outside. And I love the way it turned out. Super cute. So thanks guys for coming by the blog and checking out my YouTube channel, and I will talk to you later.